my first thought of Baker was it's too small. But once I came down here, got my campus visit, and realized the family feel that was down here, it was perfect. I didn't want to go anywhere else. And once I got down here and really started getting involved with everyone on campus and the team and everything, it really just started to click that this is the place I needed to be. So I wouldn't have changed anything.
I came from a very, very different program at my last school, and so transferring in, I really wanted something that was the total opposite, something that was very positive, very personal, very student-athlete driven, where the coach really cares about who you are as a person and not what the team does. And that's definitely what I found in Coach Stanclift, and it was something that I really was drawn towards immediately.
Honestly, I love the small aspect of it. I went to a small 4A my whole life, so I graduated with like 60 people in my class. My sister actually was here before me, and she played volleyball at Baker, and so this was about the only campus I visited, maybe a couple others, and so I really loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and so once I got an offer, and especially got an offer to play volleyball and softball, I was like, yes, I'm going. So that was like my junior year, and I didn't look anywhere else after that. So.
Well, I knew I wanted to be close to home, and Baker's only like an hour away from where I live, so it's kind of like the perfect distance. I can go home and see my family if I want to, or stay away. And I knew I wanted a school with a good nursing program, so I came on a visit here, and I got to practice with the team, and I just immediately fell in love with the campus, and all the girls were just like so welcoming, and I loved the coaches, and it just felt like home, and I knew this is where I wanted to be. So.
Yeah, Olivia and I actually talk about it quite often. Of course, we have Megan now, but she wasn't here when we were freshmen and had to go through the tough times of this is your last regular season game and you're done after this. There's nothing else. And going into my senior season knowing that we might have to, we might have the chance to get a conference title is a complete 180, and I would never, I never expected it really until last year, and I knew how good we were getting, and I knew how determined everyone on the team was, and we kind of weeded out everyone that wasn't best for our team, and we finally figured it out. And I think that being able to say we were the first team that went to a national tournament last year, and then now we could be the first team in a really, really, really long time to get anything that's even significant, like a conference title, I think is just something that I will always hold really dear to my heart, whether we get it or not. Just knowing that we worked our butts off these last 4 years to get where we needed to go. And
I think it's amazing because even though I didn't start here, where I started was similar. My whole last team didn't win many games, didn't do very well, didn't even have like the thought process to go into postseason. So coming in here and starting on a team that just has those goals and that mentality and has the talent to do that is amazing and an honor, and I love it.
It's exciting. I think anyone would want that to happen, would want that to be what they're known for. So now the thing is just getting it done. And we can see that as like a huge, wall, but I think a lot of our team right now, we're calm, like we're ready to go, and we know that we can take it. And so it's exciting because I feel really comfortable with this team on the field. I never really feel like we're ever going to lose even when we're down. And so I'm comfortable and I'm happy where we're at, and it's really exciting, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, just like give 100%, like whatever you do. Everyone loves winning, but like in the end, like winning or losing doesn't really matter. Just as long as you're playing the best that you can be, giving your all, and being a good teammate, always making sure to encourage each other, keep each other up. Doesn't matter if someone has a bad day, like just make sure to always like be positive, keep the positivity up with the team.
I think that a big thing for me is to know that they are comfortable with being a leader. They're comfortable with being, no matter what their class is, whether they're a freshman or a senior, that you know that when you're at Baker University, you are going to be a leader on and off the field. And I think that's something I've really tried to integrate into the underclassmen and even upperclassmen like Jazz and Riley and even Sid Joe. Sid Joe's a great leader on and off the field. And I think that they just need to know that no matter what happens after we're gone, that this program is building us into people that we want to be and not just players that we want to be. So I think that as long as they know that they have it in them, that they'll be okay.
More of just remembering to be a good leader and to be a good teammate before yourself. Don't be selfish. Think of bringing those other people up and celebrating other people's accomplishments before your own, because it really makes a difference in the team.
I think the culture that Coach Stancliffe has really brought into our team and honestly our community of fans and friends and family is, we play one pitch at a time, and that's how we practice and that's how we play. And so just really being bought into having grit and getting through every play. Like, no matter if you're down, we can only control what we can control. And so just having what the legacy I want to leave is that people continue that, and that they're passionate about what they do, they care about what they do, but it's also what's off the field as well, and the kind of people that we are off the field. Coach Hines always preaches that. He's like, I love you guys and the teammates that you are, but I just want you guys to be good people as well. And so I really think we've built an amazing team chemistry and team culture, and so keeping that going is a huge thing for us.
I would have to say, with almost no doubt, watching our name pop up on the bracket last year to see us go to the first national tournament. I think that was, I'm not an emotional person and I cried. And that's not what happens very commonly, but it was just all the hard work that we had put in that whole season was worth it. And I think that's no doubt my favorite memory.
I'd probably pick Gulf Shores this year. It was so fun. Everyone had a blast. We basically had a mansion. We had our own pool. We'd hang out. Went to the beach a couple days. Won a lot of games. Had one bad day, but I'm not gonna talk about that. It was just so fun. Everyone had so much fun. Got sunburned when it was snowing here. So
there's a lot for sure.
yeah.
Definitely going to regionals last year was probably my favorite experience. Being able to go to a state that I've never been to and do something that I never thought I'd be a part of was amazing. And then, of course, this entire season so far has been a great memory.
Honestly, that's the hardest question you could ask. There is so many, and I mean, you've been around us enough, Rachel, that we're very much just a Spitfire team, and 24/7 is just memorable moments. We're laughing all the time, like in tears, and so it's hard to pick a memory from these last few years. I would say that probably most of my memories you either include Riley or Rachel. So us three, I swear, if we had a podcast or like a sitcom, it would be the funniest thing ever. But I personally don't think my favorite memory has come yet. We still have a lot of season left, and so I'm excited to see what memories we can make based with those provided games. So.
I think that Baker in general has prepared me for the next chapter of my life. I think I'm ready for anything that is put in my path. I can either jump over it or go through it. I think that being an athlete has definitely helped get over some adversity that I thought I would never get through. And my dad's always told me the best lessons that he ever got in his entire life were from being an athlete, because those are some things that people may never ever experience. And teamwork is a work environment, whether you're playing a sport or not. So I think that athletically and academically, I think I'm prepared for anything that's thrown my direction. So.
Just work through the adversity. I've been through a lot of crappy things in my career, and just learning to persevere through them and work hard and know that there's always something better at the end has really helped me to keep a positive mindset throughout everything, and I know I'll take that for the rest of my life.
I think I'm continuing to learn those things. That's what's exciting about athletics and just like being a student athlete is you're always changing, you're always growing as a person. I definitely have improved time management wise, but I'm still a procrastinator. That's still me, and sometimes I put softball first when it definitely shouldn't be. So I think just again knowing what I can handle, not putting too much on my plate, because I'm definitely one of those people. I sign up for a lot, or I just take on a lot, and then I'm more overwhelmed. But that's just me, because I don't like to let people down. I like to get my stuff done, and so I think just knowing what I can control, being able to control the controllables, just like Coach Stanklip has always preached to us.
Never be selfish, like always like play for other people, like this, I'm talking about softball, but like you're playing for your team, not yourself, and just always keeping a positive attitude, always living in the moment, and I just say like I'm going to take life one pitch at a time, and that's like our motto, so that's fun.
I definitely had personal goals going into the season, but I think my team goals are more important to me, I think that's how it should be. And I'd have full personal goals, and so the 1,000 strikeout, that was definitely one of them. So check that off. I would love to make it to 100 wins. I think I'm about at 90 right now, 91, something like that. So I'm within 10, which is very doable for the season that we have left. And so another one, I would love to get under a 1 ERA, and so I'm doing really well at that right now. If I can just keep that going, but those are some of my personal ones. But team goals, I think everyone knows what those are. We want to win the conference tournament. We want to win the conference. Then we want to even win the conference tournament, and we want to get to opening round, and we want to win our opening round and make it to nationals and go all the way.
I really want to win conference. That's probably my main goal. But this is my last go around, and since I'm going to nursing school, this is my last year. I only got to play 2 years here, but I just want to finish what I started. I've been playing softball for probably 15 years now. I just want to end it with a bang. I know we can do it. We just gotta believe in ourselves.
Well, as you can probably assume, get that conference title. But I think mainly it's just to know that I left it all out there. To know that I didn't have any stone unturned, because I only got 2 more games on Cavernous, and that's kind of nostalgic, very weird for me. But I think that, in order to go conference title, go to the conference tournament, win a conference tournament, and then get that out World Series, not just the opening round, but the World Series. But yeah, I think that just, going further than we went last year, and at least beating 41, because I just want to go out with beating something. So yeah, I think that's it.
Definitely win that championship for sure, and get to the national tournament would be absolutely amazing, and I know that this group can do it.